Long ago, in the far northern lands where winter lasts almost half the year and the sun rarely breaks through the horizon, lived native tribes who understood that these harsh lands were home not only to nature, but also to spirits, some kind, some dangerous. Among these spirits was one called Wendigo, a spirit of greed, cold, and trials, who could transform from a man into a terrifying creature if he lost control over his desires. In one of these tribes lived a young hunter named Tika. Brave, strong, and clever, he had one weakness: greed. He always wanted more than he could handle and often left his family and friends behind chasing after bigger game. One bitterly cold winter day, Tika set out into the forest, confident he could catch more deer than ever before. After hours of tracking, he stumbled upon an old, abandoned cabin covered in ice and snow. Inside, he found a strange object, an ancient amulet decorated with bone and stones. Without hesitation, Tika put the amulet around his neck. At that moment, a cold chill ran through his bones, and he heard a whisper on the wind. Greed leads to trials. But Tika ignored the warning and headed home, proud of his find. A few days later, strange things began to happen. In his dreams, Tika saw a mysterious figure, the Wendigo. Tall and gaunt, with pale skin and glowing eyes. It whispered, "You have grown stronger, but at the cost of your inner peace." Tika felt a coldness growing inside him, filling his heart with greed and fear. One night, a cold wind and soft moans woke him. Stepping outside, he saw the forest covered in frost and a figure standing among the trees, the Wendigo. It looked human, but with eyes brighter than the moon and skin as cold and lifeless as ice. The Wendigo said, "You took my amulet, and now I have come for you. You belong to my world, a world of cold and trials. If you don't free yourself, you will remain trapped forever." Tika realized his greed had brought danger upon him. Determined to fight, he remembered the elder's words. To defeat the Wendigo, you must let go of greed and find peace within. He prayed and called on the spirits of the forest for help. Suddenly, the wind seemed to sing, the spirit of the wind helping Tika understand that true strength comes from the heart, not from what you possess. He took off the amulet and threw it into the snow, then shouted to banish the Wendigo. The creature advanced, eyes blazing brighter, but Tika stood firm. He thought of his family, those who loved him, and realized greed was an illusion that blocked the true wealth inside. At the moment the Wendigo nearly grabbed him, Tika shouted, "I choose life, I choose love and friendship." His heart filled with light, and the dark shadow of the Wendigo began to fade, turning into a cold breeze. The amulet shattered, and with it, the dark spirit vanished. Tika felt warmth and light inside himself. He understood he had won, not by force, but by will and spirit. Conclusion: Tika returned to his tribe a changed man. He taught others that greed leads to trials, and true strength lies in the heart, in love, and in mastering one's desires. And in the forest where the Wendigo once lived, only a cold shadow remained, a reminder that evil always waits for those who forget their spiritual values. The end.